Over the next 7 days, I'm gonna eat at every Gordon Ramsay restaurant in America. A few weeks ago, I DM'd Gordon Ramsay asking him to teach me how to cook. No response. But then, his PR team emailed me back and said I'd have to impress him. We made it to Gordon Ramsay restaurant number 1. Now after this, we'll have 12 more restaurants to hit, and guys, I'm gonna do everything in my power to get a hold of Gordon Ramsay. Now, I've never been to a Gordon Ramsay restaurant before, so getting to try his famous beef Wellington was amazing. And right after I finished eating, I was actually let into the back where I got to meet one of the chefs. Do you have any ideas for how I can impress Gordon Ramsay?
Just spend a lot of money.
I'm already doing that, but I guess I gotta spend more. Now that we're done with restaurant number 1, it's time for an overnight flight to Atlantic City so we can hit 2 more restaurants, Gordon Ramsay Pub and Grill and Gordon Ramsay Steak. Gordon Ramsay restaurant number 2. Now, even though this is all to impress Gordon Ramsay, this restaurant wasn't my favorite. Hopefully Gordon won't get mad at me. Now it's time for restaurant number 3, and I'm excited about this one because I have an idea that'll make our waiter really happy. If you've ever seen an episode of Kitchen Nightmares, you'll know that Gordon Ramsay is extremely nice to the waitstaff, so we have a pretty nice surprise coming. After devouring my second beef Wellington, I tipped the waiter a whopping $500. Now I have to catch a flight to Orlando to Gordon Ramsay Fish and Chips restaurant number 4. We made it to Orlando, Ramsay restaurant number 4. And after I have lunch in Orlando, I fly to Baltimore for dinner. Ooh, that's really good. That is really good. But shortly after finishing the best fish and chips I've ever had, I ran into a huge issue. My flight to Baltimore for restaurant number 5 got canceled, and I might not make it to my reservation tonight. Luckily, after a few calls, I managed to get on a different plane, make it to the restaurant in time, and meet up with some friends. We made it to Baltimore. We have the crew. Time for the next part of my plan to impress Gordon. Now, I've never seen anyone do what I'm about to do at a fancy restaurant, but this is for sure gonna impress Gordon Ramsay. We're gonna make it really easy. Everything. That's right. Not only am I going to every Gordon Ramsay restaurant in America, I'm also emptying my bank account to impress him. It's time for the first course. We got the seafood and the shellfish.
That's so good. Oh my God.
Then it was time for course 2, soups and salads. Course 3, the appetizers. And after that, a crazy amount of entrees and 9 whole steaks. That might be the best thing I've ever put in my mouth. Once we were done stuffing our faces, the staff seemed impressed by what we were doing, so we also got to meet the head chef. Has anyone ever done this before? No. Yes. Trendsetter. Did it first, baby. Let's go. Ordering the entire menu. Gordon Ramsay steak. $2,100. Please like the video, though. We're spending so much money on this. Now that we're done at restaurant number 5, it's time to catch a red-eye flight to Chicago for Ramsay Burger restaurant number 6. So far in this video, we've spent over $10,000 in order to impress Gordon Ramsay, but now it's time to change things up to get his attention. I hired a professional makeup artist to literally turn me into Gordon Ramsay. Unfortunately, it didn't look that great, and nobody in Chicago had any idea who I was trying to look like.
Look like the Guy Fieri mess.
All right, it's go time. A Ramsay Burger is literally down this block. I should just walk in like I own the place. I mean, I do, because look at me.
Wait, are you dressed? Oh, I think I got it now.
One person. Now that I successfully scared our host with the literal owner of the restaurant, it was time to eat. There's a lot of burgers here, so I'm gonna order a couple of them, try them all, and tell you guys which one's the best. After stuffing my face with mouthfuls of the juiciest meat, the Hell's Kitchen burger was by far the best.
So what you're saying is it's better than a Big Mac?
After finishing up in Chicago, we set off for Kansas City for another Ramsay steak, and then to Las Vegas for Ramsay Fish and Chips restaurant number 8. Once we were done with that, it's time to try the restaurant that I'm the most excited for, Hell's Kitchen in Lake Tahoe. This is one of Gordon Ramsay's most famous restaurants, and this is where I'm expecting some of the best food. Later, we're gonna be finishing this journey at the Hell's Kitchen in Vegas, where they shot the actual show. All right, we just made it to Lake Tahoe. This is the first Hell's Kitchen we're going to, and I am so excited to eat. Okay, we just sat down. We got the famous red and blue team behind me. Since this is Hell's Kitchen, I have to get the beef Wellington. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys, this was by far the best food I've had compared to the other 8 restaurants. After we finished up there, it was back on a plane to Las Vegas. After a long flight, we made it to Vegas! Let's go! Guys, we have so many restaurants to hit. I am ready to do this. One night's sleep later, it was time for the next restaurant. All right, we are at restaurant number 10 right now, and it's not even open yet, but there is already a huge line. I am very excited for this. We got wings, we got onion rings. I don't know what to eat first. All right, first thing we're trying are the onion rings. This is so good. Probably the best onion ring I've ever had. Time to try the Hellfire wings. I love wings, so this is like a dream come true. These take the cake for best wings I've ever had. Time to try the shake. Oh, yo, homie's thick, bro. Wait, hold on. Oh, that was a little sauce. Hold on. Once we were done eating at Ramsay Burger, it was time to head to the next restaurant for the next part of my plan to impress Gordon. In order to impress Gordon Ramsay, I have to get the attention of everyone in the restaurant, and the best way to do that is with Spider-Man! What? Yeah, you're seeing this right. I'm bringing some of the most iconic characters ever into his really fancy restaurant. And now, even though this group was surely enough to make heads turn, Jim went out of his way to bring another famous person to dinner.
Dylan, I brought you the king.
It's Elvis!
Hug it, man. Hug it right back.
Let's go! Gordon Ramsay, this is for you!
Whoa!
So with the entire group together, we were hyped. We got everyone behind me. Let's go, guys. It is time to see if we can make it into the restaurant. But things took a turn pretty quickly when a security guard stopped us. Luckily, Jim was able to smooth things over and we were back on track. Oh, we're walking right through the restaurant. This is nuts. Tweaking. We got the crew. Yeah. Heads were turning, people were shouting after the famous characters, and my plan was working. Guys, we made it into the restaurant! Yeah! Sonic, are you excited to eat? Yeah! After ordering, we were all having a great time until... Oh my gosh! SpongeBob, I'm so sorry! This is your people! I'm sorry, SpongeBob. During the dinner, we even got to meet with the most recent winner of Hell's Kitchen. This plan was impressing everyone. All right, time for the main course. Once we were done eating, Elvis also decided to help us out by singing a song dedicated to Gordon Ramsay, the man I'm trying to impress.
Please love me.
And just like that, it was time to say goodbye to the characters. So all the characters just left. We have a couple more restaurants to go. On day 7, we ate at Gordon Ramsay Pub and Grill. It was great. And then it was time for the most famous restaurant of all. All right, we're at the last restaurant. This is my final chance to get in touch with Ramsay. Now, so far, we've been on this journey for 7 days, and we've spent almost $30,000 along with all of the crazy extra things we've decided to do. This is now my last shot at impressing Gordon Ramsay. All right, we made it inside. I have one more thing to try to get Gordon Ramsay's attention. I'm DMing him every picture of myself at all 13 restaurants. After eating, I started talking to our waiter and explained our journey to him. And then the craziest thing happened. Do you think what I've done so far, going to all of the restaurants, is enough to impress Gordon Ramsay?
Yes, traveling from east to west coast to enjoy all of his restaurants, absolutely. Tell them myself.
This guy actually knew Gordon Ramsay, and he was going to let him know what we're doing. After going to all 13 restaurants, this is the closest we've gotten so far. Now, unfortunately, shortly after, the manager came out and actually told us that Gordon Ramsay was on vacation with his family right now, but he would reach out again and see what he could do. You know what? Even if Gordon doesn't hit us back, everyone watching this, please subscribe. Now, even though Gordon's on vacation and won't see this for a while, all I need to know is there is still a chance he's gonna teach me how to cook.